author Matthew A. Cherry and illustrator Vashti Harrison. Very nice, Nate. Harrison is a New York Times best-selling creator of children's books, including Big and also Little Leaders. She's also the illustrator. We love this book around here. It's called Hair Love. This is Cherry's adaptation of his Oscar-winning, did you catch that?
Say what, Gayle?
I'll say it again. Oscar-winning animated short film about a black father who's learning to style his daughter's hair for the very first time.
Are you ready to do this? All right, here we go. First, we want to moisturize these beautiful thick curls with a leave-in conditioner, which will also help detangle the kinks. Now, part all your hair into sections and clip it away. You're doing an amazing job. Yay, you did it! That was so much fun.
It was so much fun. Now the duo is teaming up yet again for a new book. Love this one too. It's called Hair Love ABCs. It's an alphabet book that teaches babies and toddlers the ABCs of black hair, like A is for afro, B is for braids, and C, by the way, is for conditioner. I love that. First on CBS Mornings, Matthew A. Cherry and Vashti Harrison join us now to discuss. Because normally A is for apple, B is for boy, C is for cat, A is for afro here, B is for braids, C is for conditioner. How did you decide to do this, guys? Matthew, you take us.
Yeah, for us, it really was just about, I have a young daughter now. She's 10 months old.
Her name is Theory.
Name is Theory Marie.
I love that, yeah.
Cherry, and just wanted to do something that kind of reimagines the baby board book, you know, to make sure that the youngest readers are able to really see themselves represented when they're starting to learn their words. And yeah, which has been really fun, just figuring out all the different word combinations and the images that'll go with them.
I'm glad we got the X on the screen there for a moment there. X braid is for the letter X.
Yeah,
a lot of hairstyles.
How did you all come up with what letter was going to go with what word? Because, for instance, I is for imagination, J is for joy. I mean, I love M is for moisture.
Yeah.
And I love O is for what, Vashti?
Oil.
Yeah, because as little black girls, you know, we all have to,
Oil
you know this, Nate.
That's right.
Oil, did you know this, Tony? You got to oil your scalp.
Yeah. No, I did know that. I did know that.
But I love that O is for oil. So how did you all decide what, of course we know the letters, but what was going to go with each letter? What was your thinking?
And the
there?
images, Gayle.
Yes,
Yeah.
and the images, right.
I think it was just about trying to be creative, adding in as many hairstyles as possible, but also letting the reader into the experience of what it is to have a family, a black family, and do their hair. So I think just being a little bit fun and creative with it.
And not everything is all about hair, like joy and imagination.
Yeah. Those
And
were really
speaking
fun.
of being fun and creative with it, I mean, in illustrating this, what were you going for? I mean, where did you start and how did you end up where you ended up?
Yeah, well, these are characters that people already know from the picture book and from the short film. So I was mostly interested in being able to share them and share their lives in a slightly different way, try to be a little bit more impressionistic with the art and make it feel really soft. Books are very intimate. They're things that you sit down and read together. So I wanted it to feel really cozy and warm.
Matthew, you transitioned out of sports. I mean, for those who don't know, you played in the NFL. And it seems like the NFL, or even sports in general, a little more receptive to long hair. You know, locks are very popular in the league. But you have transitioned to being one of the leaders in the space that you're in now, in books, but in media, film, and movies. You could have easily said, you know what, I'm going to do the corporate look, cut my hair off, but you didn't. You kept your locks. Why is it important for you to be the most authentic version of who you are, even in the industry you're in right now?
Yeah, you know, I think it's all about being who you want to be. You know, thankfully we work in a space where, you know, you're able to wear your hair how you want to wear it, but oftentimes a lot of people in workplaces, certain schools are not able to wear braids, they're not able to wear locks. And so, you know, thankfully through acts like the Crown Act, which stands for creating a respectful and open world for natural hair, just laws that are passed that allow us to be ourselves. And it's just, you know, at the end of the day, I hope we live in a world where everybody gets a chance to be who they are, whether they have hair or don't have hair.
Yeah. Also, talking about being who you are, now you're a dad. When you did first Hair Love, about a dad doing his daughter's hair for the first time, you didn't have a child. Certainly you didn't have a daughter.
Yeah.
So how has Theory changed your life in terms of what you're thinking about her hair?
Yeah, and do you got skills?
Yeah, I was wondering that.
You do her hair.
Yeah.
No,
Does she have hair?
It's not really as long yet for me to really get up in there
there you
yet.
go.
But she's
It's
a,
not long enough for you to get up in there.
not yet. But no, she's the best. And you know, in a lot of ways, I feel like I willed her into existence. You know, being a filmmaker, a lot of times is just about being able to show empathy, even with things that you may not have experienced yourself yet. And you know, I just really wanted to do something that represented Black fathers, and I knew eventually I wanted to be a dad. And you know, now I am, and it's great.
And
Vashti,
congrats. Yeah,
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, speaking of film, you studied film in school, and I know this book is meaningful to you. We got a picture of you and your father braiding your hair when you were a kid. But how did you make that turn from studying film? Oh, it's a really cute picture.
Yeah. Did your dad know how to braid your hair?
You know, my dad did braid my hair, although my mom was the main hair doer in the
Yeah.
family. There were times when my dad stepped in, and I remember feeling very proud of it. I remember getting compliments on the braids that I had,
"My
and so
dad did it."
it's such a
Okay.
special thing to remember.
We must be getting compliments
Yeah.
now as the #1 New York Times best-selling illustrator and creator. I mean, it's going well.
Yeah, it's great.
Forget film school.
Well, you know, I really appreciate being able to make work that reaches young people, and it feels like so meaningful and exciting to do work that sticks with kids.
Yeah, well, it does. Vashti Harrison and Matthew H. Cherry, thank you very much for being here. I really appreciate it, guys. The book is Hair Love ABCs. It's a board book. It is on sale today. Buy it wherever you like to buy your books.